Not everyone can afford a flagship phone like Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra or iPhone 14 Pro Max, but plenty of cheaper devices offer an excellent experience all the time. Mid-range phones usually offer the best balance of price and performance, packing in high-end features and powerful cameras while still sometimes costing half the price of top flagships, or even less usually by using cheaper materials or omitting luxury features like wireless charging and waterproofing. In this video, we will be showing you some of the best mid-range phones in 2023 which are very good for gaming. Before starting off, make sure to check out the links in the description for the price info or if you want to buy. So stay with us till the end of the video. The Motorola Edge 30 Fusion costs a little more than the regular Edge 30, but you might find that worth it for the uncommon level of design polish and near flagship performance. Its camera, while short of the very best, can capture good shots in reasonable lighting. As ever, Motorola software is a delight to use with minimum bloat and thoughtful customizations. Charging is appreciably swift too, courtesy of a bundled-in 68-watt plug. The drawbacks include underwhelming battery life, only basic waterproofing, and a fairly average camera offering beyond the main sensor. Motorola needs to push the boat out a little further to produce a genuine standout mid-ranger, but the Edge 30 Fusion is easy to recommend to anyone looking for a classy phone on a slightly reduced budget. The Reno 8 is a well-balanced mid-range option and one that looks more like a flagship. The Nothing Phone 1 might pip the Reno on the uniqueness of its design, but the Oppo phone is by far the more fun, colorful option, with a finish that changes color when UV light hits it. Aside from the design, you get capable performance, a user-friendly OS, speedy charging, and a lengthy battery life. The main camera is also largely impressive, though the other lenses are not anything to shout about. If you want to spend a little more, you could consider the Pro variant of this phone, which improves the processor, refresh rate, and the IP rating. But the regular Reno 8's price tag is much better situated in the mid-range market. It's a true gem and a worthy rival to other phones from OnePlus and Google. The Motorola Edge 30 boasts a premium design with a frosted rear that looks great, and it's the lightest 5G phone around, something immediately noticeable in the hand. The 6.5-inch AMOLED display is crisp and detailed, and the 144Hz refresh rate makes things feel smoother and more responsive. Though without an adaptive resolution, there's a hit to overall battery life. It can still last a day with average use, though heavy users and gamers may need a top-up to get through to the end of the day. 33-watt charging helps, but it's a far cry from the exceptionally fast charging of some rivals. The camera setup is also decent for the money, with the main 50-megapixel Snapper Evo to capture detailed, well-lit shots in both light and dark environment. But the dynamic range leaves something to be desired. The 50-megapixel ultra-wide is also a nice touch for scenic shots. Essentially, it comes down to what's best for your needs. If you prioritize design and display, the Motorola X30 Pro is a great choice, but if things like performance, battery life, and fast charging capabilities are what's important, there are better mid-range phones available. The Xiaomi 12T is a surprisingly well-rounded mid-range phone that still excels in one area key: super fast 120-watt charging. Performance from the MediaTek Dimensity 8100 Ultra chip is superb too, despite the occasional app crash or stutter, while everything looks great on the 6.67-inch OLED display, especially when combined with 120Hz refresh rate. The 108-megapixel main camera is another highlight, but all four lenses on the 12T hold their own, with a slick premium design and that rapid 120-watt charging. There's a lot to like here, but in exchange for those charging speeds, you will have to contend with underwhelming battery life. Xiaomi's MIUI skin over Android 12 also leaves a lot to be desired. If you can look beyond those inconveniences, the Xiaomi 12T is an excellent phone, especially for the price, but for the average consumer, an alternative mid-range phone will suit you better. The Phone 1 is the debut phone from London-based startup. Nothing though, the company has serious pedigree, and its founder Carl Pei previously headed up OnePlus. Ahead of launch, much was made to hype up the Phone 1 as the smartphone revolution, but really the boldest thing about it is the design. The semi-transparent rear intersected by LED light strips that can flash for notification, illuminate while charging, and even serve as a fill light for the camera. Set aside the lights, and the Nothing Phone 1 is really just a regular mid-range device, albeit one of the better ones around. Battery life is a bit disappointing, but the trade-off is you get a decent display, a pair of good rear cameras, and both wireless charging and an IP53 rating. The Realme GT2 is a gentle follow-up to previous year's GT and does not tweak that specs too much, but to be honest, that's nothing bad. The Snapdragon 888 makes a return as the chipset, but it's still plenty powerful. 120Hz AMOLED display, big battery, and excellent 65W fast charging. Round out the strong spec sheet. It's built out of plastic, which some don't mind, but others might find holds it back from feeling like a flagship. But the biggest downside is that the strong main camera is not well supported by the secondary lenses. The Poco X5 Pro 5G is at the cheaper end of what we consider a mid-ranger, but that means it offers pretty exceptional value. The 6.67-inch 120Hz AMOLED display is essentially flagship level, and is matched by sleek, elegant design elsewhere. Even the camera impresses with a surprisingly solid 108-megapixel sensor for the main shooter, though the accompanying ultra-wide and macro cameras are not as impressive. It's all made of plastic, so does not feel too premium, and we don't love the MIUI software running on here, but overall, this is an exceptional package for the price. Arguably, the toughest competition for the Pixel 6a is the fact that you don't have to spend that much more to get the Pixel 7, which is just cheap to enough to sneak into our mid-range chart. Despite really being a flagship phone, the extra expenditure gets you one of the best cameras around at this price, with an exceptional main lens backed up by an equally strong ultra-wide. Both benefit from a few clever AI tricks delivered by Google's second-generation Tensor chip and can take a few shots that no other phone can. You also get a display jump to 90Hz, though this is still behind the 120Hz common in other phones this price, as is the slow 21W charging, with no charger included in the box either. The Pixel 7 is pretty big and heavy too, so won't suit anyone hoping for a small phone. An outstanding follow-up to 2021's best mid-range phone with 80W fast charging, 5G, OnePlus's signature Oxygen OS user experience, and a near flagship main camera. What the OnePlus Nord 2T really demonstrates is the company's ability to prioritize the features that users are looking for right now and wrapping them up in an attractive package with a compelling price point. The Nord 2T misses out on flagship niceties like wireless charging and waterproofing, but those are really the only compromises made here. There's also the OnePlus Nord CE2 5G available, which delivers a stripped-back version for a slightly lower price. The Pixel 6a is a superb mid-range phone with a flagship-level processor, truly outstanding main camera, 5G connectivity, the latest version of Android, 5 years of security support, and a pocket-friendly design. The big downsides are the slow charging speeds on a phone that charges hot, the easily scratched rare plastic material, and the 60Hz display lagging behind similarly priced phones. Yet, this is a Pixel, which means it has a superlative Android experience and camera with a software polish and premium hardware feel you will not find on other brands in this price range. Thank you for being with us so far. I hope you have liked the videos and made up your mind to buy any of the mid-range phones that suits your budget. Make sure to check out the links in the description for the price info or if you wanna buy. See you guys in the next video.